Hi guys, this is Simran, CDO from Tattvathod House of Designs. Today we are here at a newly designed and executed jewellery showroom of 500 square feet in Saidapet, Chennai, and we are going to take you through the complete video walkthrough of the space. There's going to be a lot of tips sharing, knowledge sharing throughout the video, so stay tuned till the end of the video and let's get started. Let me talk about some of the challenges that we faced while designing and executing the showroom. So this was not one big showroom, it was 3 adjacent spaces that we got, and we had to design and plan in such a way that one of the space we had to give it to the client for their business operations, and we had to plan the interiors for the rest 2 spaces. The next challenge here was because it was an old building and there are termite issues, the client had requested us to design the entire space with the use of Italian marble and very less use of wooden. And the third challenge here was because it was 3 different spaces, each space had its own floor plan. There were different floor levels and there were structural challenges as well. So we had to keep all of these things in mind because the end of the day the output should be one big showroom and it should not look into 3 different spaces. Okay, let me explain you the furniture layout. Like I've already told you, these are the 3 different spaces, 1, 2 and 3, and this section have been given for the jewellery gold display, and this section we have given for the silver display. And as per Vastu, Northeast has been dedicated for the puja unit, Southeast has been dedicated for the EBs and DBs, and Southwest we have given for the cash counter because of Kuber Mule. And the entire space we have given somewhere around 7 to 10 seatings for the jewellery showroom, and L counter has been placed like you can see in the furniture video. So this is the silver section that I was talking about. Over here if you notice that the entire display counter has been made with Italian marble, reducing the use of wooden, as I have told you. And for the shelving unit we have gone with PVD shelving for the display of the silver section. This area was dedicated for the storage for the client. Over here if you notice that even the shelves have been given with granite, and only these shutters are made of wood because these are something that we cannot do with Italian marble, so we've gone with wooden shutters for the doors. So this section is the southeast corner of the showroom, and as per Vastu we have placed all our EB boards over here, and all the CCTV and stabilizers and everything related to electricals has been placed in this unit over here as per Vastu. Okay, this is the northeast section of our showroom, and here we have placed a beautiful sleek console for our puja unit purpose with a very beautiful hanging light as you can see in the video. And as per Vastu this is supposed to be light, so we have placed our puja unit over here. Moving on to this wall has been purely dedicated for branding, and we have not gone with any wooden planning. We have used Italian marble over here with minimal grooves for design purpose, and logo is yet to be installed, but this wall is purely dedicated for the branding purpose. So here we had a structural challenge in the middle of the showroom. We had this column, so what we did was we just played with marble cladding over here. So moving on to this part of the section, this is the offset area of the showroom. We wanted the showroom to be rectangle, so what we did was this offset area we have given to the client for their personal use, and we have highlighted this area with velvetish textured laminate to make it look little grand. So where exactly I'm standing, there was a wall running between the 2 spaces. So designing this entire space in a single stretch was really difficult. So kudos to my entire team and their workmanship, because onyx itself in nature is brittle. So they had designed this entire space, entire display in one stretch. So really great workmanship over there. And client had this requirement that they wanted maximum jewellery display. So what we did here was, there's a MS frame that runs on both the sides of 4 inches, right? So what we did, we increased our display on both the sides by 3 inches, and we got 6 extra inch and an extra tray to display for the client, because as there's a saying that every drop of water counts, so similarly every inch in interior designing counts, because that 6 inches also was a huge thing for us because extra display was given to the client. So keep this tip in mind while you are designing your space. Moving on to our next section, this is the second gold jewellery display unit that we have given. Again we have gone with the same Italian for the display, and we have given maximum display for the client as per their requirement. The cash counter again we have highlighted with onyx marble, and we have backlit it with LED strip lights. Here we have again played with beautiful sleek minimal grooves to show the depth and to play with the design as well. Tip for all the user over here guys, that whenever we design, we make sure that the entire designing and the space lasts for a longer period of time for the client. So what we have done over here is, in the backlight, we have played and run around 2 strip lights. So even if one strip light gets damaged over the years, there's always a backup for the client so that rework need not to be done. So make sure you also keep this point in mind while designing your space and playing with onyx marble. Here we had a small challenge. We had 2 shutters for the showroom, one that is closed and one that's running at the top over here. So what we did is we divided the space, and between the 2 shutters we had 2 feet gap. So we dedicated the space for fixed storage for the client for the different purposes, and we created an opening between the cash counter and this fixed storage. So we created this door as an opening, so when they open this door they can access the shutter easily. Coming to this section of our showroom, we have placed 2 mirrors on both the sides of our showroom. What we have done over here is, as you can see in the video, the mirror is flush to the wall. What we did is we created a 10 mm depth with granite at the back, and we have flushed the mirror to the wall. A tip for all the user here is the silver lining of the mirror gets peeled off over the years because of the silicon chemical reaction. So to avoid that, what we have done is we have placed a glass behind the mirror, and then we have sandwiched it and we have flushed it to the wall so that the longevity of the mirror over the years is more. So yes, keep this tip in mind while you are also playing with mirrors for your showroom. Okay, let's move on to the counter section of the showroom. This is one of the longest counters in the entire showroom, and we didn't want to break it. So as you can see in the video, this is one of the longest counter. Over here, again, we have not used any wooden paneling. We have played with the same Italian marble and the grooves throughout the showroom to have it very minimalistic. Moving on to this section, a tip again for all the user over here is, we have frosted this part of the counter because dust tends to get accumulated over here because of the access of daily usage, right? So we didn't want it to look tidy or shabby, so we have frosted this entire section with the same color laminate. And this area, generally the customers are seated, so it should not hurt them. So what we have done is, we did not play with any laminate. We have used Korean over here so that the edges are not sharp and it doesn't hurt the customer who are seated over here. So you also make sure that you use all of these small things while designing a jewelry showroom, because these small things create a great impact for the customer's overall experience. Let's move on to the false ceiling section of our showroom. Over here we have played with 2 different temperatures of light, one 3500 Kelvin and one 6500 Kelvin for our silver section. Here if you notice, there are 2 levels in the false ceiling. One, because the beams are down, so we didn't want the entire false ceiling to be brought down to that level, because then it will become very claustrophobic for the customers and the client. So we played with 2 different levels. The area where there are no beams running, we've pushed it up, and the areas where there are beams, we have brought it down. And in the middle, there's somewhere around 8.5 inches gap. So what we did is, we played with beautiful POP molding to highlight that part, and we didn't want to just leave it like that. So the molding, the lights and the beautiful chandelier, like you can see over here, has made the entire false ceiling look even more glamorous. Coming to the placement of our ACs, all the 3 ACs, we have placed it on the 4th wall and not on any of the 3 display walls. We have not used any wooden paneling behind the ACs, because in future, because of moisture or any leakages, it may damage. So we have used WPC paneling over here. So you also make sure you use WPC paneling whenever you're placing the ACs in your space. Okay, with this we come to the end of our video. I hope you guys learned a lot of things, lot of tips, lot of knowledge throughout the video, and we were very excited to show you the entire space. I hope you had the same experience watching the video. So with this we come to the end of the video. Follow our page on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on all latest things related to interior designing stuff. And thank you so much. We'll be back soon with another space, another showroom and another video. Thank you.